Hey guys, Blue Saber here, and this is my Evolve gameplay when me and my mate were fighting a Wraith. Just me and my mate are two randoms, so we were kind of shitting ourselves. This was like the 7th or 8th time we fought a Wraith. This creature's so overpowered.
Are you a medic?
But today, we're gonna kick its ass. Sick of losing to this fucking thing. I recommend you go damage resistance, especially if you're the assault guy. This bastard it does so much damage. You need all the help you can get. You're not gonna catch it either way. Just skip forward a bit. Yeah, this was in the middle of an evac game. I apologise for that. You can hear me in the background talking because for some reason Xbox thought it'd be a good idea that you can record it by putting your mic on your head, but your mate's voice can't be recorded unless you're talking through Connect. But you can barely hear him through that, and you can't adjust the voice. So yeah, that's shit. Why don't you bring back the preference where I can do that anyway? Just make him talk through the TV while I'm using my mic. That way, at least my voice is clear. At least one of us is anyway. Besides, you need the volume on this game just to be able to hear the creature just in case it's nearby. Just start out at the hunt. It's pretty your normal stuff. Just land in the dropship and then just basically find the tracks, follow the monster, and try and catch up to it. Basically, that was just me testing out a toxic grenade, just seeing how fast it takes to throw it, and seeing how much it slows me down. Personally, I'd say the slowdown effect doesn't bother me that much, because if you've got jetpack fuel, you can get out of there. So I'm not too fussed about throwing it near teammates. Because you're not going to outrun the monster on foot anyway, unless you've got a massive movement speed buff from one of the creatures you've killed. Yeah, I'll say that, guys. This game it's really good. You may find it gets repetitive, because there's not that many modes. But it is a unique bit of gameplay that I really can't find in other games. I'm really enjoying it. It's just this one creature is the one thing that stops me enjoying it, because it's an overpowered bastard. The match before this, as I recall, we almost won. We almost had it. It was on almost no health, and we lost because the support guy decided to fucking run off. And we had to make a moral choice. We had to follow him and either risk him going around to the power relay and destroying it, or stay back near the power relay so he can't do that, but the support kept running off and the support ended up dead, and then the whole team just fell apart. Fucking idiots. Also, I'd recommend you don't kill the wildlife. That's probably a bad idea. That's just like giving the monster free food. The only time I kill the wildlife is when they're being aggressive like this. Otherwise, just do not kill them. In fact, if you can just avoid them, that's the best thing to do. Only other reason I'd kill them is if they give you a perk, then they're worth it. And we found the creature. This is one reason I hate the fucking Wraith, as you will see. This guy is too quick. He's too quick, he's too disorientating, and that's not the Wraith. Yep, I think we just missed him. This happens a lot. Yeah, he's so quick, you'll find a lot of the times you get him in the dome and he'll just fuck off like, woo! Just teleport like he's in Dragon Ball Z or some shit. What a bastard. Oh dear. Like I said, this is the one thing that I'm not liking in this game so far. I mean, fair enough, I've unlocked the Wraith, I've got the season pass, it's just I don't like it being unbalanced, because, okay, it's all fun and games when you're using it, and it's pure fucking stress when you're fighting it. It's like, you'll see, the Goliath should be the hardest hitting creature, not this. It was pretty funny when I first used it, but when I used the Wraith, I used it on bots. Anyway, this is like 3 minutes later. You have to be very patient on this game. I didn't want you guys to see me running around like for 3 minutes like a headless chicken. And it's right there. Okay, I didn't get it. I got a good toxic grenade in there, but I didn't like where it placed. I tried again, but I'm still inexperienced at this point. I've gotten a bit better. I've had a few more matches and I've gotten a bit better and learned little tips that help out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Those guys are bastards. I hate those creatures. I don't even know what to call, but they are predators. They will hunt you down. and we've lost him now. I think he was indoors, but I weren't, even being the assault class, I weren't straying off on my own. I just refused to do that, like that wasn't going to work. My mate, I believe, is playing as the support this game. He usually picks medic, but this is why like I was shitting myself at the start of the match. He usually goes medic, but he went support because the other guy wanted Lazarus. That's one thing, a little tip against the Wraith. Always pick Lazarus. You are pretty much fucked without Lazarus. The only other time I've managed to beat a Wraith was when a bot was controlling it. And the bot acted like a complete retard attacking us at early stages, so it basically just got annihilated. Where a player? Nope. And he's got away. Yeah, you'll see sometimes when you're fighting this thing, I swear to God, you'll think it's glitching. You will think it is glitching out, just how it moves, how it disorientates you. It's weird as fuck. Aye, well. Well, we're going to be running around in circles. All I can recommend is, I'm not doing it right now because I know most of the layout of this map, but just if you just keep your map open, and then you just basically just try and run where it's going. But you have to really predict where the Wraith's going to be because it's so quick that just being a bit ahead of it ain't going to be quick enough. You need to really just take a wild guess at where it's going to be. Just confident decision making really, and a bit of luck to find it. Something like the Goliath, you can generally just predict where it's going to go. And the Kraken is... The Kraken's tricky. The Kraken is tricky to keep up with. But he's not nearly as quick as that guy. Right, I'm just going to show you a bit of the map, just talk a bit and whatnot. This is what I'm doing. I'm just going where I think he's going to be. I'm just going to run straight in a straight line because he's got to turn at some point. If he turns early, I'll find him. If he turns late, I'll know where he is. But this fucker's in my way and he's going to be a problem. And that just slowed me down completely. So I could have just avoided him, but if I'd have let my teammates there, then would have had more problems than it were worth it. So I'll skip ahead a bit. As you can see, we think we've caught the monster. I say we think because you've never fucking caught the Wraith. You never catch the Wraith, it's an arsehole. This needs to be like the first update, it's ridiculous. Oh, we did catch it, sick. So I'm going to use toxic grenades to try and slow it as much as possible to get some extra damage off. You could be poisoning it. But, oh yeah, save your personal shield for whenever he does this attack. That attack will recharge like twice as quick as your shield does, so when your shield's not available, keep your distance. I know you're supposed to be aggroing it as the assault, but it's not worth it. You're just as vulnerable as any other member of your team, and you don't get enough damage off for it to be worth it, so just keep your distance and just deal damage from there until your shield comes back. I recommend that against most monsters, but especially against this guy. You're no good to anyone down. And that's my mate getting a good fucking bombardment in. Oh, come on, we've got to get some health damage now. No, fuck yeah. Taking off some health's better than taking off no health. Oh god. That's one thing about Hank on this game. Have you ever noticed it just seems to bombard any area on anything that moves in the entire forest? It's ridiculous. He ends up like bombarding the area you're in and just ended up stunning you against a wall. That happens quite a lot with me. Hank's a bastard. Anyway, this is a bit further on. This is like a minute ahead or so. Like I say, it gets a bit boring just watching me run around in circles. Hell, it gets boring me playing it and running around in circles. You can argue that's the boring part, but like I say, if the Wraith wasn't so quick, we'd have caught this more than we did. See, this is a good fucking example. Watch this. There's the Wraith, I throw a toxin, and he gets out of the dome and he's throwing a decoy at me. Why does the decoy damage you? You know, okay, it looks realistic. It's moving realistically, and it's hitting you and disorientating you. That's fine, but why the fuck does it damage you? That just shouldn't happen. It should be designed to make you panic and make you just go, oh shit, he's coming from it, and back off. And then he's already slowed you down by that point. The Wraith's gone where he's needed to go. It shouldn't damage you. That's just stupid. Upgrading it should increase how long it is, how long the thing lasts, or I don't know. Also, the dome doesn't seem to warn you when you're playing against the Wraith. The dome, or maybe the tutorial swapped off. I don't know. Maybe it switched it off after so long, but it doesn't warn you that the creature's escaped. It does with the Goliath and the Kraken I found, but with that it tends to not tell you you missed it. No, 100% on that. Right, at this point the Wraith has reached evolved level 3, and I thought I ain't chasing this fucker anymore. He's coming to us. This is a bit ahead when he came to us, now he's fighting us on our terms. Not that it matters, because he's going to kick our ass anyway. Got a bit. Right then, just throw toxic grenades down, just hope for the best. When he does that, there, friend, like, use your shield, it's the only thing that's going to defend yourself. God damn it, Mark! Well, they got some good hits on that at least. And now we just need to shred it down. I'll try and aim for the weak spots, although that's going to be tough for the minigun. Yeah, if you actually look back on that footage there, he actually did phase off to the right. If you saw him, you could see him moving off to the right and flanking behind me. I've learnt since then, there's a little trick you can use. Have you got aim assist on? Tap, if you think you know where he is, like the real him is, tap LT. Tap LT and it will snap aim on him. Despite you can't see him, it'll snap onto him. That comes in handy. And Lazarus saving my life there. Yeah, I was shitting myself with this guy being the medic, but it was pretty interesting actually. He was not a bad medic. And this is him going mental on my teammates. So I can't really do anything because I'm just going to get down too. If I get close to him, I'm just going to get down as well. And then I'm good to no one. So aggroing him is just a waste of time right now. The only time I can even be bothered close up distance is when I've got my shield, because otherwise he's going to do more damage to me. He's wiped out. I've seen him wipe out a whole fucking team with a well-timed move of that. Right. As you can see, I'm letting him hit me. I know, I'm just letting him hit me here. I'm not having him do that bloody great big frenzy spinny attack. No way. He can attack me with that, and I'll use my personal otherwise. And there we go, Mark, just trolling me again. Yeah, he got some hits off on the monster this time at least. Yeah, imagine that, like the bot doing that, but Hank does it 24/7 like an asshole. Yeah, I had one match on this where he was doing that. He was doing stuff like that constantly, and you just couldn't see where the fuck he was. It looked like he was glitching. Proper stupid. That was me trying to save my teammate, and I kind of did my job. I mean, on the plus side, I did my job there, but I'm gonna go down here anyway. No way. One thing that I'm doing that's just absolutely stupid: do not shoot the monster when you're down. All you're doing is pissing it off. Unless maybe you got some, unless it's shooting you anyway and hitting you anyway, and you got some clean shots at his head. Nice one, Lazarus. Yeah, I gotta say, I love it when you get a good team member that's a randomer. And I'm trying to revive him here, but I keep getting it. That's not gonna work. So back off. I'm just spewing flames here because I'm predicting where he's gonna go. I know I knew I was out of range. I just wanted to predict where I got him. See, he's in the water right now. That's not him. So what the fuck was happening there? That creature is stupid. Okay, now if someone don't revive me, we are pretty much fucked. Like I say, the tips to beating this guy is just you've got to be miles ahead of him and you've got to have a good team. Oh yes, come on. Yes, go on down, you motherfucker. It's like I was saying, I'll say this, I'm sorry guys by the way I skipped this cutscene, but it's like that I was saying before. I had one game where we were fighting this guy. And the thing was that we fought him and he kicked our asses, and then he played as a Goliath and he was playing like a complete retard. So 9 times out of 10 we lose to the Wraith, so I'm gonna go with that shit is overpowered. Thanks for watching guys, hope this helped in any way. Hope it entertained, and see you later.